your new Toyota Starlet Cross. Own it.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting, iDiskiTimes.co.za. Cape Town City bethi Kaizer Chiefs Cape Town Stadium kumdlalo wabo wokuqala wovula unyaka ka2025. Kaizer Chiefs bivale mfonini unyaka ka2024 with a draw. Was it a draw?
It's a win against Chippa United.
Oh, it was a win against Chippa United. In December, in 26th December, right? Yeah. Do scoring for Kaizer Chiefs. But namhlanje bafe namthanyana bebethwa ke Cape Town City Park Cape Town Stadium. But uthetha ngalo mdlalo namhlanje I've got Lindo Pep. Mfowethu kunjani?
Kunjani chini athi ngibulisa uMr Nkeo, ngibulisa uTso, the legendary Tso, Little Napoleon, ngibulisa uJunior Khanye Khohla, ngibulisa uJusta. Firstly, Shane, congratulations to Mshinetu Kral, Mulebohang Manyama and the technical team, the Cape Town City players. But Shane, I have to start by saying this. It's really frustrating to watch professional football players that can pass, professional football players that can run with the ball comfortably so. I think we show Christian Saile, I have to mention him. For me, I understand in terms of when people speak about the quality of a player, when people speak about tactical ability, people speaking about technical ability, psychological. But for me, it's causing an embarrassment to Kaizer Chiefs now. This is a huge club that's supported by millions in this country, a club that is being loved by so many people. There's so many young people in this country that follow this team. There's so many people in this country that are in love with this team in terms of from a brand perspective, from what the team can do in terms of marketing, from a supporter's perspective. This team is followed by millions, Shane. We cannot have players that are embarrassing this brand. This is an incredible brand that Dr. Kaizer Mtaung has built over the years. Abu Pobi Mtaung have done an incredible job over the years. You're looking at the structure from a management perspective. I think they've achieved the biggest club in South African football for a reason. They're the most supported. They've got the most trophies. I think they got 96, Shane. But for me, you're looking at Kaizer Chiefs. There's no philosophy. There's no culture. There's no system. When you are building Kaizer Chiefs, because I hear people crying for players, they are saying they are crying out for players, and these are what technocrats are asking. They are saying you want players for Kaizer Chiefs, but where are those players going to? Is there a structure in place for those players to come in and fit in? Because for me, the biggest problems with Kaizer Chiefs are not relying on the coach only. It's the holistic of a club. What are they trying to do, Shane? From a playing perspective, what philosophy are they trying to use as a football team? You can see Orlando Pirates. They play with quick, fast wingers. Right, Shane? They move the ball. There's a philosophy there. There's a structure. There's a system. It's not position. Maybe they are not position based in Managerial Sundowns. It's Managerial Sundowns. You can see it's Shushine and Piano. Even when about cause they come in from iDiski, they can fit in nicely. You see Abon Kota, they come in Orlando Pirates. They can fit in nicely into that structure. For me, I'm looking at the Kaizer Chiefs. I'm looking at the players that are coming from iDiski. You're looking at Umtu Shabalala. For me, he's the only player in that team that is trying his absolute. The boy is trying so hard. He invests in having a professional conditioning coach. You can see on the pitch, he gives his everything. The quality is probably letting him down. Yes, something with Zamel against the cheaper. He's the only one who check out Uchemen machine in the second half of paper 2. He's one that tries. Passing, technique, free kick is the one that the young boys, they are playing in crucial positions. Shane, the most easiest positions, it's not easy, but the most simplest positions to play in football are full backs and wingers. Football is not played in those positions. That's why for me, from a technical perspective, that's why I'm asking, why are they bringing in the players up that they are bringing in? They are bringing in Tutle, for example, who's a ball-playing centre-back. They are bringing in Miguel. There's a reason why Petro im released at 28. If he was an exceptional defender, he would never been released by Petro. I understand Petro in our problems or my financial situations. But Shane, they are using those two full-backs. Already the profile tells you that they want to build up from the back. Cape Town City, they allow those two centre-backs to have the ball because they know that they don't have the quality to progress the game. If you check Utiweza, if you check Lengwenya Strike Usakuna and about Rhodes, about Darwin, they never put pressure. Guli Kaizer Chiefs 4. If you check, even in the first analytic part that we saw, every time he Chiefs my petty baller, you would see a 4-2 from Cape Town City. That means the four players, Utiweza, Usikaone, Rhodes, Darwin, they are on those back four. And then you find those two. Unotata, who's the other guy because Beguile number 4, Unotata, no
Petros
bekagadimali yabo. But what I'm trying to say is that beba pusha two, then Petros abela behind. Kubo not that, but put pressure on Kaizer Chiefs. They did not allow them to play. Kaizer Chiefs, yes, beba compress Cape Town City, but I think that was the game plan Kamshin. Because Umshini, I think the most important thing in this game, he didn't have time to train this team. It's a basic, that's what, it's a new manager bounce. I was expecting Cape Town City to win this game. I have to mention that. Firstly, it's because of a new manager bounce. And for me, in my opinion, Cape Town City has better players. On paper, that team is better than the Kaizer Chiefs team. So I was expecting them very good. Eric Tintler should have done better with that squad of players. Because you look at they've got Unotata, they've got Petros, they've got the centre back. What a player! Nathan Fasika. Yeah. You're looking at those quality. Tabum Kiza, you look at Munyama left back, top class left back. Those players, there's players there. Eric Tintler should have done better with that squad. The only thing Umshina Yenzile was to motivate those boys, give them irresponsibility to say, without the ball, you make sure that 11 men behind the ball, you defend, you fight for every jewel, you fight for everything. In the ball, when you have the ball, can you try something? Can you be a little bit creative? Can you show your vision? Can you show your imagination? They played on a counter. That was the game plan. They got the opportunity that they had to get Ngotawen Gonzalez. They scored that finish. Kaizer Chiefs is unacceptable. I always say this. They seriously need to go and invest in a goalkeeper. Because that goal considered by Obavuma is an exceptional stretches hands, Antoine. Stretches hands, boy, Lapaya. It's a mistake. U drifter back, Shane. Lapayana, they were supposed to commit so that Abafage offside trap because there was already two people on the other side. You understand? It's decision making but I don't want to be too critical on him because we 3v1 situation. He had to make a decision and the decision that he made was not the best one. But Shane, it's important to mention that Kaizer Chiefs, even if they do bring in players, how are those players going to fit in? Because they don't have a system of play, they don't have a philosophy, there's no culture. What is Coach Nabi trying to do? That's what I'm trying to understand. Is he trying to take a full back, bring in a cross? Are they trying to consolidate and make sure that the direct line is strong? Are they trying to play with a quick winger? Because you can see already, but that means they want a direct wing. What is he trying to do? Sometimes Useven Suchivavaro, who is a box striker, sometimes Useven Disa, who actually Dupri, who was playing almost like a winger today.
What do you think is the idea though? Because Yazi Kuko Lomvana Ujala left back cross. He started on the bench. Remember Kanungo season, he was a regular at Kaizer Chiefs, but in the past few games we wanted to talk with Kala at left back. What do you think is the idea though? Also look Kala uti talk at left back when Bradley crosses feet and ready?
Exactly what I'm saying about. They don't have philosophy. The culture is not there anymore, which is understandably so because it's been so many years. But a new coach comes in. Can they have a game model that they are trying to build? What is the idea of using Ukros? Why are we signing Ukros and Utiklokwe and why are we bringing in Usem? It's because we need a profile of a fullback that can go down the line and bring in crosses. Understandably so. But don't change them. Don't change the profile because you are using Utiklokwe, you are using Cross. When you bring in Umashiana, you want to attack Mpega and Amshan, or refresh him a fullback. When he makes a subs, he brings both fullbacks out. He brings in the left, he brings in on the left, Ukros, he brings in Uplom on the right. The idea of bringing Bonisalapo that the idea and the game model, in that model that they're trying to build, Shane, they need to be methodologies, they need to be systems in place, they need to be at least an idea, an identity of what we are trying to do. References that we can see game in, game out, Shane, to say this is what Kaizer Chiefs is trying to do. Win or lose, this is not about them winning and losing. Because South African fans and Kaizer Chiefs fans, to them it's always about winning. Even them, they put so much pressure on the coach. We want results, we want to win. But how are you going to win? How are you expecting Unabi to win when he doesn't have time to implement certain things like having a philosophy of the club, having a culture, building methodologies, building a game model? Because Shane, I am telling you now, even if they do bring in players, those players won't fit in that structure because they don't have an idea of how they want to play.
You started the season with Kaizer Chiefs. Now we are almost halfway through the season because they played about 11, 12 games this season. What have you picked up though since Unabe Efigile with Kaizer Chiefs?
Nothing. The only thing I've seen is too many long balls, too many crosses. I've seen nothing, Shane. For me, in my opinion, Coach Nabi needs the very same what happened to Coach Rulani in North Africa. They need a meeting with him now before it gets too late because he might put this team might not be even in top 8 if he continues to do this. He needs at least a South African coach that's going to help him. This guy or a translator or Cedric, I don't feel that he's helping him with anything because in 6 months, Shane, I know it's not a lot in football to build a team, but some of those players should have improved. Credit to him, But credit to the boy, man. Umtu uyas pusha in herself. Abo Obrigado, those boys, they are playing in crucial positions. Like I said, udlala la Mbizeni. You look at Russian totally mover as well. Udlala as a centre back. Those are crucial positions in football. You make a mistake, it's a goal. Umtu, if he doesn't perform, it gets scrutinized. Ucheck anale abai faga second half. Lea na gemele bai oyise on loan. I am sorry to say, Leo Sam, uriding Lea melio on loan, yo fundi yo shapon, because he doesn't understand what it means to play for that brand. You understand that, Shane? These boys need to understand that even coming as a sub, you need to have an influence. But Shane, I have to mention this. Gunabo charge, good DDC. Right, gunabo charge, tulani mabas. They've got to specifically 30. Right? There's some players they have in the DDC which I feel they can start introducing now, preparing for next season. Because for me, that's the model they have to build. The Kaizer Chiefs now strictly has to fight to build a philosophy, a culture, a model of play. Firstly, because no matter which player they sign, he might not fit because they don't have an idea. They might bring in special players, but badlalanga long ball. And they don't fit. That's why I'm saying, for me, Coach Nabi, I am expecting him now a style of play, a structure, a reference. Something Sure, sorry, Shane. Okay, it's important to mention Shane. Jorge Rivera won a cup in 2 months. Like South Africa. Now he's in his third sitting, he's sitting on 5. If people are saying Coach Nabi needs to be given time, Coach Rivera won a league, won a cup in 2 seasons. I'm not saying he must win in style and so forth, but can we see reference? Can we see a game model, Shane?
Yes, every time, any notice layer, whenever we're bringing a foreign coach, there's always this trend of having a South African assistant coach. Check out the Orlando Pirates when Jose arrived. They kept Tumandla Ngegazi to come and assist him, even though he brought his own assistant, even though after a couple of years they left. But Tumandla stick there. Also, Coach Ukado said Sundowns. Steve Rombela remained behind so that Azombonisa needs to do the Sundowns because he will not come here and understand everything as Sundowns. He needs someone who's going to be there. So do you think Londo is important? I know. Do you think with the Kaizer Chiefs now should have adopted below but at least one or understand the culture of Kaizer Chiefs to help Coach Nabi?
Shane, we're having this discussion. In South America, they produce different kinds and different profiles and personnels. Tina, in South Africa, we produce all those profiles. We can produce a quick winger, we can produce a dynamic winger, we can produce a midfielder, Kurashayo, we can produce a technician, we can produce a general, we can produce tall centre backs that are ball players, we can produce Abomvala, aggressive. We produce all different kinds of profiles. But it's important to mention before we close the video. Credit to Mshine Tukral for winning this game. He didn't do much, of course. It's important to mention that I love him as a coach. He stayed so many years in South Africa. He understands what a South African footballer is. Gives opportunities to younger players. But for me, not as a head coach, Shane. He's good as a technical director. He's very good as a technical. I know that the coach is going to be brought by him, obviously in collaboration in the chairman, on committees. But credit to Liangwenya Beyele, no way. Credit to his scouting networks at Cape Town City to find Ambina, to find Upetras, and to find Usifaka, Nathan Sifaka, what a baller. What I'm going to 1 minute, Shane. It takes me 2 minutes to win a player. Yes, I understood. Benfunugumbona from his primary job in terms of defending, on the ball very comfortable. He's still gonna get tested under a Pirates, but for me, an exceptional centre back. Lengwenya Lezala number 4 looks very good as well. Petras, you understand? I think those players needed the motivation. They needed a coach Mshini who was going to tell them that Ntwana Pega, you can't do this. I'm expecting to see more in this Cape Town City team because when I started the season, I said they're in my top 4. And when I'm looking at those profile of players, Abo Hashin Domingo haven't come to the party. Abo Makaringe, Abo Kamokhelo Mkocho. That squad, if you're looking at it from on paper, they are solid. And I think Ulebu Manyama is doing an incredible job in terms of assisting some of the younger players who transition. And then Zwelu Mshini is going to bring guidance because he's a technical director. He understands the technical party development. He's going to link the DDC with the senior team. But so far, for me, in my opinion, not a good game to watch. A very casual game. But obviously, congratulations to Cape Town City. Now, Shane, it's important to mention, they did not play well. They did not play well also. But they won the game. Congratulations to them.
Well, congratulations to Cape Town City. Congratulations to coach and also a technical director. We're talking about one person. That's Coach Mushin. Because Gun City who coached the technical director. But we're talking about the same person who coached Mushin. He's not new. South African football. He's won the cups with the Kaizer Chiefs. He's coach Kaizer Chiefs. He's coach Ajax Cape Town. He's coaching Orlando Pirates. But now he's back. He's coaching in Cape Town City. Hopefully things will work out for him because Sayazu Guti with youngsters. He's produced some of the greatest youngsters. Junior Kanye. Well, that's it for this week for iDiski TV. Cape Town City 1, Kaizer Chiefs 0.